You alleged too that Nicole Murphy had relations with your ex-husband. Were you two friends?
Mm-hmm. Birthday parties. I've been to her house. She was at my bachelorette party. But you know what? At that time, my mother told me then. She said, but you got to watch that one there. And I was like, who? I said, the one dancing. She said, yes, that's Eddie Murphy's wife. She said, you got to watch that one.
Current wife at the time or ex at the time?
I want to say, I think she was still married. They were still married. And I was like, no, And so, when your mom tell you something about new school, you feel like you old school, And she was right. Here's the thing. We've all done something that we regret. We've all made mistakes, and we all have to learn from that. But when you start doing it and being messy enough to do it amongst family, how does a family kiss turn into a I'm sorry apology? Like, what do you mean? You didn't know that she was married? We all know that she was married. And that was 20 years. That's history. You don't do that amongst friends.
Right.
Because there's no loyalty.
Right.
There's no loyalty, and you got to look up, and your person that you invited to your house and you celebrating your birthdays and going to games with, you got to look up and they're in Italy with your husband.
Right. So
bullshit. I don't know if she's a home wrecker or not. I can't answer that, but I know that what she's doing in people's homes is just wrecking it.
If there's one thing Lisa Raye is not going to do, it's forgive and forget anyone who hurt her badly. And girl, after all this time, she still has a bone to pick with Nicole Murphy for sleeping with her then husband, Michael Misick, behind her back while they were friends. Lisa just dropped a shocking video allegedly revealing all of the intimate details about the affair between Michael Misick and Nicole Murphy. And let me tell y'all, it is so messy. And just the thing that Lisa Raye would do, because y'all know that she always stands on business no matter what.
Because I only have beef with two people in this world, and the whole world know who that is. That's Dwayne Martin and Nicole Murphy. They're the only two.
Okay, hold on.
And so she said to me, I don't want us to have this beef between us. Because we're older women, we're in the business, we're gonna see each other. And I said to myself, I said to her, I don't either. Because this don't have to be. However, if you're gonna tell me a story, tell me the truth. Right. If you're not gonna tell me the truth, walk away.
Right.
When she said what she said, I took what she said. And I was like, okay, it was a goddamn lie, but it was like, okay.
Did y'all notice how Nicole Murphy started to move when she realized she had blown through that $15 million plus any additional money she got on the side from her divorce from Eddie Murphy? Granted, she was scammed out of a good chunk of it, but regardless of how that money went, that loss was a massive financial blow that really left Nicole scrambling to figure out what she was going to do next. First, she dated Michael Strahan, got engaged to him, only for the relationship to fail because Nicole did not want to sign the prenup. Then she moved on to Jimmy Jackson and Nick Cannon before she eventually made her way to Antoine Fuqua, hoping to secure a more stable bag since she only had one child left under 18 whose child support checks were about to come to an end. But girl, getting with Antoine Fuqua was when people really got tired of the way that Nicole Murphy was moving. It's one thing to get with a single man and then let them spend on you, but to be slithering around men that you know are married to your friends? Girl, bye. It was a PR nightmare for Nicole, and she really tried to get ahead of the situation by saying that they were only family friends and she was simply giving him a friendly hello. But how many people do y'all know that greet their friends with full-on French kiss? Word on the street was that Eddie wasn't too happy about all the negativity and made her publicly apologize, because all of a sudden she came out saying all this stuff about how she was sorry, about how the whole thing went down.
I was hearing from my sources that she had called the paparazzi to take the pictures of her.
That's what I thought anyway.
And that this is not the first time she's done it. And that the reason why she's doing it is because she, in fact, actually does want to be with him.
Of course
and
she
in fact, if they're kissing like that, you know they f***ing.
What are the odds that these two black people would be in Italy and run into each other if they did not leave America to go to Italy together?
And what are the odds that paparazzi does not checking for either one of them is going to find them in some remote place in Italy to take pictures?
But was Nicole really sorry about it? Or was she just sorry she got caught because she's been in Hollywood long enough to know how to move? So people weren't really buying the whole apology that Nicole was trying to sell, and neither was Lisa Raye.
Thing is this, when you're a woman and you grown, let's handle it like a woman. Let's talk face to face and let's get it out. But here's the thing, I sat with her a couple of months ago, longer than a couple of months ago, about 6 months ago. And
This
I
was
said,
after the alleged affair?
Before.
Okay.
And I said, let's talk about it, because I waited a very long time for you and I to get like this right here, face to face, you know? And
no, she's talking about Nicole, not me.
Right.
Relax.
And we had a good conversation because she said to me, you know what? We're two older women that look good that's in the business. I hate this. And I do too, because I hate when we can't bridge the gap between women. You know, we should not be in that position.
Right.
I will say this.
Ever since it came out, Lisa Raye hasn't stopped calling Nicole a homewrecker and claiming that she goes after married men intentionally. So what she did with Antoine Fuqua was no mistake at all, and she had been creeping around Michael Misick when he and Lisa Raye were still married. Nicole had an affair with Michael Misick while he was married to Lisa Raye. She and Lisa Raye were friends. Not sure whether or not they were just industry friends or friends, but Nicole was present at their wedding, so it should count for something, wouldn't you agree? Before she ever came out with the story of Nicole sleeping with her husband, Lisa Raye had said that she actually approached Nicole to talk about it. But do you know what Nicole did? She straight up denied it and said that there was no reason why she would ever have a relationship with Michael since she got to know him through Lisa Raye. But Lisa Raye has never been one to play with, because as soon as Nicole denied it, Lisa Raye pulled up with some receipts, baby. She showed that there were records expressingly stating that Nicole Murphy had flown to Turks and Caicos on Michael's private jet. When Lisa confronted Michael about it, he didn't deny it at all. And once she showed Nicole the receipts she had, Nicole allegedly stopped answering her calls, and that was the end of their friendship.
Here's the thing, Lila and Nicole have reportedly been close friends for years, and they travel in the same circle.
And my thing is this, plus, you know, you're not talking about it all the time. That's that friendship stuff.
Yeah.
No, ma'am.
Well, but listen, the whole internet's on fire about it. Even your sister, the brat, Lisa Raye McCoy, jumped in social media and said, girl, Nikki Murphy, you went after Lila Rashawn's husband too? Shaking my head so wrong again.
Ooh, wait, hold on.
So what's the fine print of the tea? Like, did she go after Lisa Raye's husband when she was married to the...
Absolutely. When my sister was the first lady of Turks and Caicos, absolutely.
But when she sat her ass on that Wendy Williams couch and lied and said that I was a liar, that's what brought this back up. Then it was like, no, we talked about this. We don't have to talk about this publicly. Come see me. Come see me. Yeah. And I mean that even right now today. Come and see me.
Now, Lisa Raye isn't saying she hasn't made her own mistakes or has done things that she wasn't too proud of. Remember, there was a time that she was a side chick to Gary Payton when he was still married. Word is that Lisa Raye even drove to his house and brought the news of the affair straight to his wife. But at least she learned from her mistakes, while Nicole had gone to do the same thing over and over again without a bit of remorse. And say what you want, but Lisa Raye and Nicole were friends. So Nicole's name should never have been up there with any other woman that Michael slept with during their marriage. And that's why folks are still calling her out on it. Lisa Raye has been standing on business for years when it comes to Nicole Murphy. LOL. I love me some Lisa Raye. Revenge is a dish served cold, and Nicole Murphy is being force-fed right now. As long as Lisa Raye is alive, Nicole Murphy will never know peace for effing her man while being her friend, and she ain't wrong. But do you guys think Lisa Raye should still be talking about this? Or is it time to finally let sleeping dogs lie? Let's talk in the comments and make sure you like and subscribe. I'll see you in the next video. Bye, baddies.